All right, what is going on, my friends? Crypto Jim here. What's up? It's the Jim of All Trades live stream. It's impromptu live. I was going to make a video, but I thought I'd go live. What an exciting day. I pray you guys did okay and fared well in the difficult move that happened today. I'll show you what signals we saw in our Discord and why we went short. At least why I went short and why anybody else that went short with me. So yeah, let's look at that. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We'll try to look at Ethereum, XRP. We'll look at. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you a chart that is a stock that you may be aware of. We've looked at it before on this channel, but I'll show you a chart that we've looked at that may totally be telling us where Bitcoin's going. Props to one of my people in my trading group. That's Shy. He has been talking to us about a particular stock chart that's mimicking and front running Bitcoin. It's been happening before Bitcoin moves, and so it's a pretty neat thing there. So yeah, let's look at that, and I'll show you what I'm looking at for the near term here in Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin chart. So with all that said, guys, let's jump into the charts. Don't forget, never intended what I'm going to share is financial advice. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm just showing you how I see the chart. You make your own decisions based on that. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. 7th Street there, and Richard Co. Hope you made it awake. Chris, great trade, by the way. And Simon. What's up, Crypto Dennis? Hello from hello. How's it going in Germany there? And then let's see, Big John and Seth. What's up, guys? Good to see y'all. All right, is the sound good and the video good? Just let me know. Let me know, please. Make sure we're okay. Got a 7-Up here, zero sugar. All good. All right. Hey, what's up, Cole? How's it going, buddy? All right, well, let's get into it. Guys, I'm going to dive into the macro here. I'm going to show you why we took the short last night, what the signal was. Hey, Virginia, how's it going? I want to encourage you guys, if you want to be part of the Discord, love to have you in there. So if you'd like to be part of the Discord, just jump on in, become a Patreon supporter. We'll get you in there, and you'll have the signals and the analysis for the charts as in real time, guys, in real time. I've been live all day long since 9 o'clock. I've been live all day. We've been looking at the charts and chatting and talking, having a good time. And so the information has been available all day today when it's crucial, especially. So what's up, AOL and Vincent? What's up, Nigeria? Wow, that's awesome. I've been to Uganda. Never been to Nigeria, but I've been to Uganda. And I believe that I think Nigeria neighbors Uganda. Is that right? Remind me. Isn't it just across Lake Victoria in Nigeria, if I remember right? Might be totally wrong on that geography. Geography is not my specialty. Hey, sick puppy, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? All right, let's look at the charts and see what's going on. I'm going to start off with the main chart here on Bitcoin. We'll go to the 1-hour chart, show you what we saw at the top. Now, guys, what we do, what's up, People's Gardener? How's it going? What we do here, guys, is we're looking at the macro cap. We've been tracking this wave for quite a while. We were looking at this end wave here as an ending diagonal. So we had a very, very nice structure as an ending diagonal. And that's what we got right there, okay? Shout out to Dan and our group who kind of identified that first out of everybody. So good for him. That's what's awesome about trading in a group. We all looking at the same chart, offering ideas. So looks like an ending diagonal. That's a very plausible count. We brought that to y'all's attention last week. We talked about this potential throw over, and that's what we often get, and that's what we got. We got a throw over right here. We got basically comes up out of the trend line, and then and then it just tanks. Okay, so that was one thing we were looking at. The overall shape on the 1 hour chart, we had a nice ending diagonal, and usually you get a steep move. I didn't know it was going to be this deep, to be honest with you, but usually you get a steep move out of an ending diagonal. So that's something. Okay. Now what else? What else did we get? Well, we got on the 1 hour chart, we had major divergence here between that and that, and that was a big deal signal for us. We were overbought, okay, and we had that divergence, okay, and so our signal for entry of the trade last night came. We drew this trend line right. Let me see if I can draw it. We drew this trend line right here, right there. Drew that line, and the moment that broke, the moment this broke on this candle right there. Let's see, right there. This candle, which was the high right there, that was the candle we went. I went short on and announced it. Okay, and then woke up to super nice surprise, a super nice surprise. So that was awesome, looking great. I'll tell you what, guys. Just so you're aware here, I've got a couple of counts here, but let me show you my main count right now. This count that I'm seeing, just so you know what it might be doing in the near term. I got 3 down. I'm looking for 3 up here, and then a 5 wave down. Actually, it should be a ABC. Just to kind of give this to you quick here, I'm looking for an ABC down right there. Pulling the fibs on that guy. Looking for a target. This is a possible idea here. Hard to predict these difficult waves, but possible target here of 47.557 up here to 47.9 or 48K. So looking for a kind of an ABC here, right there. All right, and then we're looking for after that plays, looking for a move back down here to the 1618 area, this target zone right there. That's a pretty good potential. It may or may not play. We'll see. But this looks like a good 3-wave move. Looks like a W, X, and then a Y right there. Now, if this breaks this low, then this count is no good. If this low gets broken here, if this falls over and comes down here, then this count's no good. And I had a different count. But with the way the wave action is looking right now, it's looking very, very, very potential to come up here before down here. So just keep that in mind. All right, we'll keep on. So anyway, yeah, that was the strategy. That was our entry last night here long. We were also looking at XRP, and XRP was on the 1-hour chart was looking finished as well. We had a clear ABC move right there. Okay, and we might be done with it. XRP may be finished with a 3-wave correction. That's just 3 waves, and it might be heading up for a higher high here pretty soon. Maybe. So we're going to keep an eye on that count. So that's a possibility. So it looks like we got an A wave, a B wave, and then we got today's C wave, and it came right to an area we expect. It may have one more down to go, or it may be finished. We're not sure. We don't have any divergence down here at all to speak of on any time frame. So yeah, I would like to see some divergence, but the market may or may not give that to us. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so anyway, we were looking at all the charts, and XRP had a clear 5-wave move there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then we look at the smaller time frame, and we realize that hey, there's 5 waves finishing up very clearly here. Very clearly, you can see the 5 waves finishing up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And once we started getting the divergence here between these 2 waves on the hourly and on the 15-minute and such, then we're like, our move is here. Our move is here. We had the divergence right there. Again, we have a tendency. Basically, what we'll do is once we get on the hourly, we'll draw a trend line right there. Once we get a break and a retest, boom, we're in that trade once we get the divergence there. So that was a beautiful trade there for XRP to come down. Looks like XRP may be poised to go up for another wave. So let's see. We'll see if that happens or not. Welcome. There's 85 of you here. Welcome. What's up? I'm ignoring the chat just to try to get try to get some information out to you. Okay. What else? What else could be happening here? Well, let me show you. Let me show you a chart, guys. I might blow your mind here. It's a stock chart that is tracking with. Sorry about that, Yuli. Yui. Thanks for letting me know. I'm sorry about my my bad geography there. And Max, you know you're funny. What's up, dude? Yeah, Jorge, nice. No problem. My pleasure. Let's look at the Neo chart. Compared it to Bitcoin. I got that pulled up and ready for you. Okay, so we got the Neo chart here. This is a Neo stock chart, that relatively new stock to some degree. Got a lot of volatility here, but man, this thing had a run up. I had a pull back right with Bitcoin right there, and then had a fifth wave to the upside. It's just really tracking super well with the Bitcoin chart. You can see the shape is almost identical. And again, this is a shout out to Shy for showing this. So, hey Jay, what's up? Crypto Fever, how are you, buddy? Anyway, so then we had a 5-wave move down, it looked like, or a 3-wave. It's hard to tell. Some people count it 5, some people count it 3. I've been counting it 3 up to now, but I'm starting to wonder if it's 5 based on the structure that we're seeing. Then it was followed by a 3-wave correction back to the upside. So we had a 5-wave down and a 3-wave up right here, guys. Now, what's happened here is we got the same shape. Okay, we got the same shape. And you'll notice when I pull the retrace fibs on this guy, the retrace fibs. Sorry, let me pull them here on the whole move. You'll notice we came right up past. We came past the golden zone. We wicked beyond on Neo, beyond the 6.5, the golden zone 618, the 6.5 there. When we look at where we tanked on Bitcoin, we came up a little bit deeper. I thought this move right here was going to be our down move, but they came up in one more wave to the upside there for an ending diagonal. So they came up a little higher, but still around the golden zone, and came on down. Now on the first, so we'll get rid of those fibs just to get it clear. On the first dump here, it came and tagged the 236 retrace. Okay, this one we've been playing all day. We wicked way through it, but we've been playing all day around the 236. Okay, the second move came and hit the 382, and the third move came and hit the 50%. In other words, they had a 50% drop, or a 50% retrace of this move to the upside. This move to the upside came back 50% before it had any kind of real substantial bounce. Okay. Now we've had a pretty substantial bounce today. We came to the 382, but I'm wondering, is this thing going to roll over and come on down to the 50 and continue along this pattern? Come on along down to the 50 before we get a substantial bounce, okay, and then we get another move down to the 618 or deeper. Okay, this one actually came all the way down in 3 waves down to the 786, and now we're getting some kind of a rejection back to the upside. So the question I'm having is, are we going to get a 3-wave move based on that Neo chart down to the 786? We've been copying it pretty good up to this point. Now, doesn't mean it has to copy it. It's just something interesting to note, guys, that Bitcoin has been following Neo, but Neo is ahead of where Bitcoin is. And so we now finally dumped. This could be a leading indicator for us, for us on our trades, maybe, if it plays out. It's pretty interesting. So, yeah, I think it's okay, Mike. Today, for me to be bearish, I think it was fantastic to be shorting today's move. We shorted it, we longed it from the bottom, and now we're short again. Right now, we're trying to see if it's going to play out or not. So I thought it was pretty good to be a bear today, for sure. I'll be bullish when the chart says bull. And right now we do have we are very oversold on the chart, guys. So let's take a peek at some of the indicators here. But again, just to let you know where I'm thinking near term possibly is that this wave could go up in 5 waves. That it looks like it's possible, but it may not be. This may have already just gone up in 3 waves. But if it may go up in 5 waves, 1, 2, get up here to 3, 4, 5, get on up here to the 1-to-1 extension. If it gets up there, that'd be a nice area to think about taking profit if you're in a long, and then potential wave to the downside after that. I just love the RSI. The RSI is simple. I think, yeah, I've learned to read the RSI over the years. I've got a trading strategy I've developed that is centered around the RSI, and it works for me. So I've never used the MFI, so I'll have to check it out and see if it's worth using, right? Let me just take a peek at the small time frame here. This is a 30-second chart here, guys. I know. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of watching for here. Let's zoom out and see what we might be looking at here on the larger time frame of what could be happening here. Okay, so let's go to the 2-hour chart, maybe the 4-hour, get the whole picture in there. Beautiful, perfect. Okay, couple of counts here, guys. I'll just talk about what we might be doing, and then I'll give you some ideas for what may be playing out and how it may be playing out. Okay. Now, first off, we had a possible initial move down. Okay, so that might be the first move. Now, this could be a 3-wave move back to the upside. We've come back to the golden zone, and now we're about to go down. And this is the first wave down. We're going to get a retrace. It's going to come up and retest that high, or at least 50 to 60% of it back before it comes down for a deeper wave. And maybe it tanks even harder in 5 waves, and that would be an A, B, C, or a W, X, Y wave. Now, the Y would have to come down in 3. But nevertheless, that's a bearish count, okay? So there is a bearish count on the table that says, hey, this is all the retrace you got. That's as high as we're going. We're not going any higher, okay? And that we got an A, a B, and now we're waiting on C. And that C wave or the WXY, however you want to count it, 3 or 5, is going to get us down to about 16K, okay? So that's a possibility. That definitely is a possibility. So that would mean that this C wave would have to be 5 waves if you're counting it as C, and we just got the 1 wave. We're looking to get the 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so we've got a really, really big wave ahead of us. That for the next couple of weeks, most likely up until about the 20th of September or the end of September, we're going to have a cycle that rebounds and takes us back up to retest that top, okay? Much like this wave did here. We had a deep move right there, and then we had a 3-wave back to the upside, okay? So it took quite a while, but we did make a lower low. It was a flat that did that. So that's a possibility, guys, that we need to keep in mind. To bear in mind, okay, and then we came down for a much deeper wave. So we may be looking for a much larger, it could come down, create some divergence, and then come on up and make maybe a flat to the upside, something like that, and then we get a deeper wave. And that's the bearish look at things. Now, it's not the only count we have, but that's a potential count. Let's talk about another bearish count that we could get. Okay, another bearish count has this taking forever in time, okay? In other words, it really it'll start to play out over time. Sorry, I'm trading as I'm doing a live video, so I just got to keep track of a trade I'm in. All right, so another count takes this more complexly. In other words, that we have a 1 wave down, and this is just the first wave of a more complex wave to the upside. That what we're going to get now is an A, a B, and a C, something like that. It's not going to be that deep and break the low, go down to 16K or anything, but it's just going to come down 50 to 60% of this particular wave there. Something like that. It could come down 90 to 100 and retest the bottom. It could do that as well. I don't know which is going to happen, but we get a 3-wave correction down that is then followed by another 3-wave to the upside. And what that would be is that would be a much more that'd be a bearish count, but it gives us some bullish waves to be looking forward to down the road. And the ultimate count would be something like this: A, B, and then we would be looking for C. And in 2022, we'd be looking for a deeper C wave to the downside. So that one has us fairly bearish for the rest of the year or into October, and then November, December having us pumping into 2022 and taking us to all-time highs or retesting the all-time highs. And so that is another count that we're going to have to watch and see that plays. And so we've got a really bear count that says, hey, we go down in 5 waves from here, okay? From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And it's really bearish, okay? That's the ultra, that's the abyss. You're going crypto to the abyss, the crypto abyss count. However, this could simply come down in 3 waves, and the wave that we just got was the first of those 3 waves. We're going to look to get a rebound wave, 70%, 60%, some kind of retrace backwards. It should come up in 3 waves. It should be a 3-wave shape. Okay, so we're looking for that to finish and then come down for a C leg. Okay, so that's a possibility. Or we could have a 1, 2 and come down for a 3 leg, which would be a lot deeper. So either way, guys, it appears that the wave that we just got today is just the first wave of many waves to come. Okay, it's the first wave of either a move like this or a move like this. Okay, either way, it seems like that's what we have. Now, there's one more count that I want to show you that is a very, very moon boyish count. Okay, this is a moon boy count, and I'll share it with you now. But what we would have here, possibly, now there's different ways to look at it. If you call this the very bottom, that all of this was corrective stuff, that this was the bottom, and you ignore the fact that it didn't break the low, but it came just short of it. But if you say that's the bottom, you could say that maybe we just got the first wave in, okay? And that's the 1 wave. Okay, we could be getting a 3-wave move down. That's 2. And guys, the next wave that we're going to get is going to be so bullish. That's the 3rd wave, and that's going to take us way, 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 way up. Probably easily on that count to $100,000 eventually. Okay, but that would again be after a larger correction to the downside that would 3-wave us down. Again, that requires a correction. Now there's one more semi moon boy count that I can share, and that is that this right here is a 1 and that's a 2. Okay, and what we just got right here with 3 happened right here, and the 4th wave happens right here, and we could get an extended 5th to the upside. It would be an extended 5th, meaning it'll probably be a 1-to-1 relationship between 1 to 3, pulled back from 4. We'd be eyeballing about retesting the highs there. But if that's the case, again, that's either a 5th wave that'll be truncated in general or extended just to break the high, and that could be it. That might be all we get. That's a bullish view, but it has us going less high than calling this the bottom of something and saying that's 1 and we just got a 2 wave. So on the macro look of things, it's up or down, right? It is up or down, but the best I can tell, we are probably going to have a pullback that's going to retest 50 to 60% of this wave. Now, what I want to do with you now is say, listen, all that speculation so far into the future really doesn't help us right now in trading. What you're going to get on my channel here is you're going to get somebody that actually looks at the small time frame for you and says, okay, based on what I'm seeing on the small time frame, this is what you can expect today and tomorrow. Okay, and so that's what you get here on the Jim of All Trades channel. I'm not just speculating over the long haul, because all of that's going to take weeks and months to play out. But none of that helps you in tomorrow's trade or today's trade. Okay, so what I want to do now is take some time with you and let's look at this current wave that's being developed, and let's talk about what we might see out of that thing, and what to look for and where the invalidation points are. Before I do that, let me just take a minute. And just look at the chat, see if there's anything that you guys are asking me. Okay. Very interesting. There you go, Farewell. See, I'm hoping for one more bearish market below 20K before 100K. I mean, Mr. White Boy, that is possible. Is it plausible? I don't know. Is it possible? Yeah, but I don't think... I'm not inclined to that count. But it is possible. Why not? This year, guys, might be a huge bearish year that might bring us lower, down below 6 to 16K very easily. With a move like today, everybody's now bearish. Everybody flips bearish in a minute. I'm actually bullish in the short term right now, over the next day or two, potentially. But let's talk about what could possibly happen here. Okay? What could possibly take place here? Because this came down awful fast. Hey, what's up, Ryan? I love Dragonfly. She's great. She's been around here for a long time, and now she's taken all the knowledge that she's learned from all over the place, and she's making her own channel and doing great. So, love Dragonfly. Love Carrie. She's awesome. So, yeah. Hey, welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. All right, so now let's go to the small time frame and just do some quick analysis and see if we can figure out where this wave's going. Okay, guys? All right, so 30-minute. What's this doing? Well, let me just go ahead and pull this guy up. This count looks like it's in play. I know there's a lot of junk all over that count, all over that chart. So let's work our way through it. Let me get to the 2-minute chart. It might clear it up just a little bit there. Again, I know there are fibs all over the place, but that's the chart of an Elliott wave trader right there. Okay. Yeah. Son Revise. I just shared the bullish count. So rewind it maybe 5 minutes and you'll see it. Okay. So just rewind. If you're live and hearing this, if you've already started at the beginning of the live stream, then it's going to take you a while to hear what I'm saying to you. So yeah, let's watch the 30-second chart. Well, we've been doing it all day, Chemo. You know that. That being said, let's look at this count and let me show you why I have this count. The first A wave here looks like a 3-wave pullback, right? That looks really good. But what we got after that 3-wave was this 5-wave move to the upside. Okay, so that is a 5-wave, and then it was followed by a WXY 3-wave move. Now I'm currently long. Now I did cut my short, and I'm currently long in this situation. Okay, and I'm looking for a move back up here to about the 1-to-1 extension. So let me remove the drawings here and tell you, let me just kind of show you the wave structure so you can understand. I do not believe this is a triangle, although I think there are people around that are looking at this saying, hey, it looks like a triangle. I don't think it's a triangle at all. It actually doesn't have the wave count of a triangle. Triangles are very specific with their wave counts, and we are missing the wave count. A, B, C, yet we do not have a wave count for a triangle. However, we do have a wave count for a WXY. So far, so good. Let's see what it is. I got to watch this. I want to make sure I don't get a deep wave to the downside. Make sure this continues to go up, because I am trading a short scalpy wave here. But here's the way you pull the fibs here, just to give you an idea. So we have a 5-wave move there, a 3-wave move there, and a 5. That's a 5-3-5. Okay, if we take the fibs and we measure that guy, we're just doing some work on this wave, is showing you how we work through the wave. Okay, and you'll see we came down to the 1-to-1 extension. That's a pretty nice looking ABC. So I'm gonna say, hey, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we've got a 5-wave up after that. I've got 5 waves in here. Okay, it's an extended 5th wave, but I did the work on the 30-second chart counting that. That's 5 waves. Okay, so that looks like a good A wave. Now, you say, how do you get 3 waves down right here and all that trash? Well, what do you got to do is you got to have a WXY. So the W, we got 3 waves to the downside right there, 3 waves to the upside right there, 3 waves to the downside right there. That's a WXY, 333 move. We pull the fibs on that guy, and boom, it came to the 1-to-1 extension. Great count. Looks fantastic. Now what? Well, once that WXY is done, we'll pull the fibs. 7-wave, 3-wave. That's right, clearly. That's right. Okay, and then we'll pull the fibs. Triangles are an Elliott wave structure that have a clear, Elliott accounts for triangles with a clear structure. So, anybody knows that studies Elliott, just feel free to look them up. But they have a clear 3-3-3-3-3 structure, 5 3-wave moves that generally 7-8-6. I don't want to argue with you, unknown name, but the Elliott wave triangle is an Elliott wave structure that has specific structure that has to be followed. And just because it has a triangular shape doesn't mean it's a triangle. And there are several different types of triangles in Elliott that you can study, so I don't want to argue with you, but anyway, triangles outside of Elliott wave world might not need any kind of special structure. You might just draw on trend lines and it looks like a shape. But this is what we call a WXY, that we have the first 3-wave move down. And now what we're getting here, best I can tell, is we got a 5-wave to the upside. We got a 3-wave WXY to the downside. I'm expecting this to 5-wave us up to the 1-to-1 extension. Okay? I'm an Elliott wave trader. I don't trade triangles outside of Elliott principles. So I trade Elliott triangles. Anyway, so yeah, looking for something like that, guys. Okay, now what this would be here, if this plays out, and I'm not sure if it's going to play out or not. I'm not sure if it's going to play out or not. We'll see. But if it gets to the 1-to-1 or the 127 up here, guys, what's going to happen is the high is going to be broken. Okay. In other words, my first wave is going to come down as an A wave right here, but the B wave, the 3-wave move, is actually going to take over or overtake this wave, and it's going to look like, and everybody's going to want to go long on that, right? And I suppose you could go long on that on a longer term trade, but you have to watch out for the possibility of what we call a flat, where you have 3 waves down, 3 waves to the upside that overtakes the origin of the A wave, okay, and then you have 5 waves to the downside, and that's a complex structure in Elliott, okay. And what that would be, that entire structure would be correcting an impulse wave starting right down here, making this impulse wave. So we got 5. Now I'm looking for a 3, 3, and a 5. That's an idea, guys. Now, it may or may not play. We'll see. But it looks like it's a pretty good shape for that. So we pull the fibs right here to measure from that. And I'm guessing where this is going to end, anywhere between the 1-to-1 and the 127. We're going to pull it from the 127 and 1414 area. Let me go ahead and pull the retrace and see if I can find the pocket here. Yeah, we got a beautiful pocket right here. I'm going to put my target zone right here for a potential 3-wave move up to this area right there. Guys, this is the kind of stuff you get, by the way, live in our live streams, as well as in our elite chat. Trade setups set up just like this, showing you where I expect waves to come, and we invalidate them when it's time to invalidate, because we could get an invalidation of this wave. But I'm looking for this to go up in 5 waves. Okay, so I don't like this structure right here, but nevertheless, I'm looking for it to go up in 5 waves. We may get a corrective wave and then another wave to the upside. But if this count is correct, this wave needs to go up in 5. So I need to start getting an impulse here pretty quick, and it needs to go up kind of fast here. pretty quick and get up here to this range. And once that move happens, then we're going to be looking for a downward move that comes down here, and that's going to be an A, B, C flat, and that's a large scale flat. Okay? It's clearly a humpback whale. Indeed, indeed. Well, if you are not a what we call a wave structure trader, what I'm doing right now is completely it's completely a foreign language to you, and you don't you don't know what it's doing, right? Now, this is just an idea. It may or may not play. I have some other ideas that could play as well. But this is based on this wave structure currently. This is my number one idea. I like this one better. It makes sense from a market maker standpoint as well. And from the RSI standpoint. We need the RSI. We need price to really get on up here so the RSI can reset. And so I can really see this kind of going up here so it can reset. But from a market maker standpoint, get everybody bullish again, right? And then take them out with a steep wave to the downside that comes down in 5 waves. That makes sense to me from a structure standpoint, from an RSI standpoint, and from a market maker standpoint, from the exchange standpoint, looking to take everybody's money. All of this WXY is really creating some difficulty. Now, is that going to play out? I don't know if it's going to play out or not. It may not play out. What you have to understand is, as an Elliott Wave trader, I'm simply analyzing the current structures, how they're measuring. I'm counting the 5s and the 3s. Yeah, I do. I always compare multiple charts. So we'll look at ETH in just a minute, but we're looking for the 5s and the 3s, trying to put the structures together to see if we can figure out what the structures are. This looks pretty good to get up here around $48,200 in that range. Okay, so we'll see if this plays. It may or may not play. Time is going to tell whether it's going to play or not. So let's watch it and see. But there's an idea for you guys. That is a very small time frame idea that I have playing out. Now, what would happen after this all plays out? Well, we'd get a retest here. Basically, this would be coming down impulsively. How many people would get really, really bearish in a view like that as it starts coming down impulsively again? Maybe tonight, overnight, or tomorrow morning it happens, and it starts after this thing is played out. It starts to come down really fast again. How many people start shorting again after that? But what you have to understand is that this is an impulse to the upside. Okay? This is a 3-wave move to the downside. The next move after this gets to our target zone is back up again fast, okay, for another 5-wave move. And that's the wave structure. That's a wave structure idea that I think makes a lot of sense right now based on what I'm seeing. So there's an idea for you. My people in the Discord, I'm going to save this to my live chart. You've got a link to my live chart, and you'll be able to look that up and follow and see if that's going to play. Okay, so that's been saved. Everybody in the Discord has access to that. Okay, and as we finish our live stream tonight, and if the chart changes, guys, I'm not going to come live again to fix and to change the ideas that I presented. You're just going to have to understand that if the chart does something different than I'm expecting here, then I'm going to adjust with it and trade with the market, and it will get stopped out basically. Okay, so you have to understand that we're traders in the channel, and I'm a trader. So I'm looking at, not only am I looking at the big picture, the large time frame, but I want to see how we're going to get there. What kind of wave structure is there a good chance of us making so we can trade along with the market up and down as it ebbs and flows and moves for us. So you have to understand. So please, please, please don't trade this idea that I've just presented and expect it to definitely happen. As plausible as it sounds, as good of an idea as it is, and I think it's a good idea, I don't know that it's going to happen. It may not come up this high. It may come up a lot shorter. It may come up even shorter than that, up here to the 786. It may want to turn around right here and go do something else, and I'd have to come up with a different what do you call it? A different count, okay? And so we have to adjust with the chart. We always offer ideas. We always trade ideas, but we do it with good risk management, and we do it and we stop our trades where the structure breaks down. Okay, pretty much, yeah. Unknown name. I'm pretty much I do three things in my TA. I'm pretty much Elliott wave, the Fibonacci's, RSI, okay, and correlation. Correlation is a huge thing. I do not use moving averages a whole lot. I do have a moving average on my screen, though I do not rely on moving averages. I do use a moving average on my RSI, and I stole that from the TDI indicator. I really like if there's one indicator out there I like other than the RSI, I like the TDI. The TDI isn't a bad indicator, but I pulled the best part. Yeah, I'm going to hide that message, KWA, and you know who you are. I'm just not going to. Unless you mean they're doing the same thing to crypto. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought it was a disparaging comment towards me, but I get it. I reread it and I see it differently. Yep. Yeah, this is the same trash they do in the stock. In stocks, they do it in forex. And crypto has gotten a lot harder as well. So, yep. Anyway, with that said, I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that, buddy. So yeah, this may not happen, and I want to warn you about that. I'm wrong. Okay, my setups don't always play out. Like today, I've changed my count. This was one of my counts earlier, but I've changed my count 3 times, adjusting with the wave. Adjusting with the wave there because we've had to just track this wave as it's being made. I had this as one of my ideas, but I was letting it go because of how deep this came, but it didn't break this bottom, and we got a reversal here, so it's actually looking quite good for this to come on up here for this area. So anyway, that's my long. I'd like to see this play out up here, and then I'm going to be looking to see if the market gives me a short. Now let me offer one more idea here. Let me offer one more idea for this count, okay? If I can offer a small time frame idea. Let's go to this chart. I'm going to remove my drawings from this chart. Let's go down to the 2 minute. Let me talk about a different idea here. What if this is the bottom, totally, completely the bottom, okay? And what if this is a 1, a 2? And now we have a 1-2 to the upside, and this is part of a third wave move that's getting ready to moon. Now, I can't say that with certainty because that's a very shallow 2. I would be much more inclined to see the more complex 2 that I have shared with you, something like that. That makes a lot more sense from a market making standpoint, that we come up and break this high and then shoot down and retest the low. That makes a lot more sense to me, okay? So I like that count better, but keep in mind that there is a possibility here. I mean, it is within the realm of wave structure until this low gets broken. This could be a 1-2, and then we could be in the middle of some kind of a 1-2 that's going to start impulsing up to the upside. Now, I can't guarantee that. I don't know anything about that. I'm simply saying that that's a possibility that we at least need to be mindful of so that we don't get too attached to our Elliott wave counts, guys. You have to learn that you can't get too attached to your Elliott wave counts. I've made that mistake time and time again. That I see a count, I like the count, and I start trading the count, but I get too dead set on the fact that I'm probably right. And it's at the time when you think that you're right when you're most likely wrong. Okay. So anyway, yeah, this is a possibility. So anyway, I don't think that is going to play out, but there is a count. There is a count on the major chart that has this as a fourth wave right here. That we have a 3, 3, and a 5, okay? And it measures correctively. I can pull the fibs for you right there, and it measures and it wicked the 1618. We've been playing around the 1414. That this basically was a 3-wave move that is now trending to the upside. Okay, and making a 5th wave to the upside. Now it's going to go in waves, okay? It's going to go in waves, but it could be trending to the upside. Now again, we have a lot of time to see if that wave is playing out. I don't know if that's playing out, and I don't need to know if it's playing out. What I do is I trade the small time frame, and I'll trade this idea until that idea becomes invalid. If that idea becomes invalid, then I'll stop that trade and I'll sit out until the market becomes clear. Or if the market is clear when I stop it out, I'll trade with the direction of the trend. Either way, guys, what we try to do is we trade with the market, whatever it's doing. We always have ideas for where the market's going, and we make ideas, but they don't always play out. This is the best analysis I have here so far, based on my counts. I like the count on the small time frame. It looks and makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't have to be. This may not be correct. We understand that. I can think of another count that takes us down. We only come up to this range right here, and then this takes us down. So I see a flat possibly right here, 3, 3, and this could be 5. That ends right there. And what that could be, get this off the chart for a second. This could be part of a W, X, and then we get a Y wave that looks like this. A, B, and C. Like that. There's so many different ideas, and you got to be aware of it. This area is a really dangerous area to be trading, okay? Because you're not going to get any straight moves. You're going to get a lot of oscillation, up and down, and that's what WXYs do, guys. That's what WXYs do. So whether this plays out, I can't say that with any certainty. I don't know, but we've got an idea here. We've got an idea. If I have to hedge a short trade, if this starts coming down, if I have to hedge a short trade, I will, to protect my position. We have all kinds of trading criteria. So somebody says, so what now? Somebody just asked the question. Well, really, I can't answer that question because I don't know where the market's going. Now, I'm getting ready to do some correlation here. Just a minute. Okay, so what advice now? If you don't know how to trade, we do have a magnificent God, by the way. I don't know that you are him, but we do have a magnificent God for sure. And I love him, and praise God for Jesus Christ. But that being said, you're who I'm talking to, magnificent God. You really need to learn to trade and learn to understand wave structure. I'd love to have you in the Discord, invite you in. For the educational aspect of our Discord, it's only $40 a month. You could probably come in and for in 1 month go through all the educational stuff if you didn't want to spend it month to month, and have an education in Elliott Wave in 1 month and begin to understand it. Now you wouldn't. It really takes 3 to 6 months of real study to get relatively decent in Elliott Wave, but I really would start learning about wave structure and the Fibonacci's and the relationship to wave structure, and I would really learn how to trade with good risk management, because I really cannot tell you where this wave is going. I don't know where it's going, and so I can't give any kind of financial advice. I only have ideas where I think it's going, and I think my ideas are very plausible based on the wave structure I'm seeing, and I have a very good trade setup here, but I don't know with any certainty what's going to happen. So with that said, my best advice is get an education. Teach yourself how to I've got free videos on my channel. It's called Trading Night School. It's a playlist on my channel. Just become a subscriber. Watch how I do it every day. Practice. Pause the videos as I share the live streams, or share and then try to figure out why I have drawn the lines the way I've drawn them. Why have I pulled the Fibonacci's the way I've pulled them? Get an education. That's the best thing I can tell you to do. And I can also tell my son to stop screenshotting my. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube, buddy. All 82 people in the world are watching you. 82 people. Oh man, so many people. Not really. Not that many people at all. All right. With that said, so there's an idea there, but don't forget we could have other waves here, guys. I've got a potential flat working right now. I don't like that as a flat, but we'll see what happens. This thing could just continue coming down here. Remember the Neo chart that I shared already, the Bitcoin, the Neo chart. Where is that guy? We had this thing kept tanking on Neo all the way down to the 618. 36K is the 618, guys. So that's a potential target. My view count is an Elliott wave. You know, I have never pulled the Elliots on there, but yeah, I hope it increases. I've worked really really hard to get to 8,400 subscribers, so we do the best we can. But what I try to be known as is real and practical, not a moon boy, not a bear boy, but just try to be as realistic to the current chart as I can be, and give you as much information as I can, but also let you know that I don't have complete knowledge, and you shouldn't be trading based on my counts, because I throw away my counts once they're invalidated, and if you don't understand that, you really need to get that education. So let me just again give you that warning. Watch out. Okay, enough of that. So anyway, yeah, 36K. 36K is the 618 retrace here, the golden zone, 35, 36K. So watch out for that, but it won't go straight there. It'll go up and down, right? And so I've got a plausible count here that takes us up or down 3 waves and then up 1 more wave. It plays around in this area for the next 16 to 24 hours. We get some kind of wave like that, and then once that finishes, it rolls over and goes down to the next leg. So I'm looking at this as a big 3-wave move. Okay, that's the way I'm currently looking at the market, as a big. This accounts for a lot of oscillation and a lot of stop outs by the market. You guys who are moon boys, you're going to get caught in this. You guys who are bear boys, you're going to get caught in this. Then the moon boys will get caught again, and then boom, ultimately it'll liquidate the moon boys again. Okay, and so that's kind of the way I'm seeing this chart play out over the long haul. We're going to adjust this chart as it actually plays out, but that's a good plausible thing right there. Plausible chart that may or may not play out. Okay, make 1 million predictions. Yeah, I gotta make the prediction that we're going up to 100K, and I gotta be a moon boy. Yeah, Simon. 10K may be coming soon. That's a potential count. Just don't get too caught up on that count, but it's possible for sure. Definitely possible. Okay, let's do something I haven't done. I've exhausted my I'm exhausted, but I've exhausted my take on the small time frame and the large time frame of Bitcoin. Now what I want to do is apply correlation to this analysis. In other words, one of the things one of the reasons we knew that the move was most likely going to come, and we took a short with confidence last night, is because we had correlation of all the charts were culminating they were finishing wave structures that we could see and measure and count, and they were all finishing about the same time, and we were like, wow, this really. And so you really need to add correlation to your analysis. So now what we need to do, 10,000 viewers. Oh yeah. True. Yeah, thank you. Well, maybe 10,000 in Bitcoin as well, but 10,000 might be around the corner. We'll see. So let's apply some correlation now. See if Ethereum is going to tell us anything about where we might be going. All right, so we've got a nice little wave count here. Let's look at this wave. Let's measure this wave. Okay, that's an impulse. The best I can tell, that is an impulse wave off the top. So I would count this off of Ethereum 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th wave, something like that. Okay. Thanks, Simon. Appreciate it. So there's an impulse wave. That's a possibility as a 5-wave move. It measures pretty decently. And now what I've got here looks like another impulse, but it could be 3. Let's look at that on a smaller time frame. Shoot, I'm already on. I'm already on the 1 minute. Let me go to the 30 seconds. See if there's any more detail there. I like that as a 5-wave move there as well, but I don't like that this broke that 5-wave. This could be a 3-wave move that came to the 786 extension, which is possible. Yeah, it didn't even make it to the 786. Yeah, I don't like that at all. What else could this be? What if this is a 3-wave, then a flat, and then another 3-wave? Let's pull the fibs like that and see if that makes sense of the wave count. Boom, boom. And it came to the 1-to-1. Okay, I like that. I like that count. All right, if that's the case, I've got a three-wave move right there. It's really, really ugly, isn't it? But I'm counting this as a flat right here in the middle. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not, but that makes sense of that as a five-wave move, and that makes sense of that as 3 and 3. And so 3, 3, and now 5, 3 as well. And this is also a WXY. We got a 3, and a 3. That I like that a lot. That looks really, really good. So that's the way I'm taking this wave right here as a three-wave move. I like that. That makes sense with a wave count, fibs, and structure. Now let's see, what are we getting here? So we got an impulse with a correction. So we're going to pull the fibs on that guy. Try again. Okay, we're getting up here way past the area where we would expect a three-wave move. In other words, we're getting extended. In fact, we're extended here at a what looks to be some kind of a fourth wave move happening here. Best I can tell is we got a 1, 2, and then we got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for that. Looking for this to finish. That to go up like that. That would make sense to me. And that'll give us a five-wave move to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. Now what would that be? That would be a five-wave move. What would follow that? Well, if that happens, we would look for a three-wave move. That who knows how extended and how big it would be. And then we'd be looking for another five-wave move. All right, what's another way to look at that? What you want to do, but I don't think it's right, but what you want to do is look at this as a three-wave move right there. And you want to say that's a 5, that's a 3, and now we go down. But that doesn't have any kind of count of a three-wave move. It doesn't have any count of a three-wave move. And a 3-3-5 has to... that doesn't look like 3. That looks like 5. I got hidden bullish divergence on the 32nd. Let's see. On the 1 minute, there's hidden bull there. Boom, boom. It's not the most powerful hidden bull, but we could go up, make the fifth wave, create the divergence I'm looking for, and that would be a five-wave move there. And we should expect a correction after that. Now, I don't know how big and what it's going to do, but we should expect a correction after that. So we got an impulse. And we're working on an impulse to the upside. Thanks, Demetrius. I appreciate you, bud. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't like the wave structure on Ethereum. It's unclear, but it looks like we need to go up for some more waves because this five-wave move isn't finished. And so we have an impulse working here, but we don't have a finished five-wave count. We don't have a five-wave shape. So I'm looking for this to happen, something like this. And that'll give me a finished five-wave look. Okay? So I'm looking for this to go up and finish. Let's see if that plays out or not. Let's look on the 30-second chart. Let's look at this current wave structure up here. See where this thing is going to finish. Something like this maybe. Right there maybe. well, you have a great night. Get some sleep, man. Get some sleep. So this looks like a three-wave move there. Let's look at Bitcoin really fast on the small time frame. I know I've got a bunch of stuff all over the place. One, two. Came to the 1618 right there, getting a three-wave move back. Maybe. This could be just three waves back. It's hard to tell here. Guys, I'm working on it for you. But it looks like 3, 3, 3. Yeah, it looks like a WXY is finished right there. Or almost finished down here at the 1-to-1. That makes sense to me. So ETH looks like it's finishing up, maybe down here at the 1618 for a three-wave move there. So let's see if that finishes there. Or is this just going to continue down? Let me see. I don't think so. But I don't know anything, guys. I know stuff, but I don't know. I don't have any knowledge of what the waves are going to do. I don't have a crystal ball. So when I say I don't know, that's what I mean. I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen, but make a projection as to what I think might happen, but it's only a projection about what I think might happen, not a definitive look at what needs to happen. But as far as I can tell, Ethereum did not finish a five-wave move at all. And so it looks like it needs to finish a five-wave move. And this is the area it looks like it needs to finish it. Somewhere around now. Now we do have the daily open is getting ready to happen in 1 hour. That means there's a lot of shenanigans around the daily close and open. 1 hour from now, the daily candle finishes and it starts a new daily candle. So we get lots of shenanigans around that time period. So we know that's coming. Let's look at XRP, see if there's anything in XRP showing us anything. Small time frame. Interesting here. The fibs on that guy. We're shallow. We're shallow. It looks like it needs to go up. Looks like there's hidden bear on this chart. I know it's the 1 minute, but there's hidden bear on the 1 minute. I'm sorry, hidden bull. Hidden bull on the 1 minute. Sorry about that. Thanks, Mr. Rafiq. Appreciate it. Or is that your first name? I never know. Let's see here. So 1618 getting a pullback. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. And come on, I need a bigger wave to the upside. I need this to go. So I'd like to see this wave. See, XRP came down and retested. So I'd like to see this wave get back up here to the 1-to-1. That would make more sense to me. Love me some shenanigans, yeah. You got that right. Okay, let's look at ADA as well. I haven't looked at ADA yet, and let's take a peek at that and see what it might be doing. See if the wave structure is helping us at all. Right now, this is just supremely difficult. And I'm trying to bring some small time frame analysis, but it's hard for me to trade and do this at the same time, too. Yeah, it looks just like XRP right there. I got an impulse. What is that? I don't know. It looks like three waves. Boom, 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 boom. So this looks like it's finishing, but it doesn't look like it's finished. It looks like it's finishing, but I don't think it's finished. My pleasure, People's Gardener. My pleasure. Boom, 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 like that. And then maybe down. And that would be 1, 2, 3, just like that. And so BTC might not come up all that high. What if, I'm going to clear my chart here. What if BTC it just doesn't look finished. I would have expected is this triangle playing out? I don't think so. A, B, C, D, E. They may be making it look like the triangle's playing out. It's got a slight possibility, guys, of this being a triangle. But if it's a triangle, let me tell you what to expect. This is A, that's B, this is C, that's D, and now we need E. So if that plays, and it could play, it may or may not touch this trend line. And if it's not a triangle, it may blow through the trend line. It may just come down. And this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That just comes down big time. So we got a bearish look. And this is just bearish. Ugh. Just come down a lot deeper than I wanted it to. My count is not great here. It looks like a 3. Oh, that's fine. Oh, we're still fine. 3, 3, and then 3. Actually, that looks pretty decent to be finished. Yeah, it's close. Hey, Lacey, what's up? Good to see you. Hope all is well. W, X, Y. Yeah, most likely. There we're probably going to have some more downside, most likely. But we got to wait for this. This has to finish, and right now it's ranging within this. So what else could this be? 2, 3, 3. Crazy. Well, guys, I'm having a hard time making sense of this wave. It's this thing needs to go up here. If this is a WXY, it needs to go up from here. Otherwise, it's going to start coming down. So this is kind of negating my impulse that I was talking about earlier. In fact, we have invalidated the idea that this was an impulse to the upside. This is no longer an impulse, unless that was a diagonal, which I doubt. But it's possible it was a diagonal, and this is a three-way pullback. I imagine it's in the realm of maybe. I'm not a big fan of this count. Yeah, this is at an area where it needs to turn around now. If that's three waves. It needs to go up and form the next three waves to the upside. It certainly looks like three, three, and three. It certainly looks like that's a very, very plausible WXY. I stopped my trade when um, when the wave structure says I am not going your way and there's no way I'm going to go your way anytime soon. So we don't trade with such high risk that we can't take some drawdown, right? So I stop I stop the trade when the wave structure demands I stop it. So I analyze the wave structure. So right now I'm in a little bit of a long. I was expecting a move up here. That count is not playing out. Now this triangle could play out. Okay, so if this is a triangle, this is the count. We got A, B, C, D, and E. And E is about finished, or it's coming down a little lower, and it should be starting to impulse out of this triangle to the upside. Okay, and it should be a one-to-one extension of this bottom move. It has a very high likelihood of being a one-to-one extension. Now, I'm not super excited about this count, but it is possible. I imagine that's awful deep. It may not even come that high. It may only come to the 786. So if that's a triangle, this is a possibility. The E is finished. The problem is I don't see this same structure. I don't see the same structure on ETH. The ETH chart is very confusing, but there is bullishness here. There's hidden bull here that's saying we're probably going to go up here and make another wave. But it looks like it's going up in 3 and not 5. So if it goes up in 3, it's gonna cause me to look at things kind of weird. I'm gonna have to look at this like 3, and then 3, and then 5. Now that's plausible right there. Let's see how BTC plays with that. I imagine this still can play. And this would not be an ABC flat, it would be a WXY. And then ultimately we still get that down move. So I still like that move right there, guys. I like that move. That move looks plausible to me. Looks more plausible than the triangle. I'm not believing the triangle. So I see a break up and out of this thing, out of this range, up here, around 47.8. I dominated the air in my chips bag. I love your screen name, man. That's almost as good as D Shizzle. I won't tell you the rest of his name. but that I don't get me started. I got myself started. I gotta shut up. Well, I'm glad you subscribed, man. All right. So yeah, this is. I think I'm liking this. I'm liking my long up to this region right here, about 47.6, 47.7 in that range. I'm liking my long up to there. It looks good for now. I think it's looking good, except it's a. Let's check that. But that looks kind of good, and that ultimately is going to give us an A, a B, and then we get a C wave. And then after that ABC, guys, after this thing comes back down to retest this area, look for a long there. So if that plays out, I like that for a long. So let me project the final targets here, and you guys can trade it if you want to trade it at your own risk. That looks really good right there. Looking around 45K down here, guys. About 45K for a bottom target. It can stop shorter than that, but chances are it's going to come and take all this liquidity. It's going to pop up here, take out this liquidity, pop down here, take that liquidity out, and then go on up for a higher move. That's the way I think the market's going to play over the next day or two. We'll see if it plays. I have really, 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 really done as much work as I can do on this wave in front of you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Hope it's been helpful to you. ADA. Yeah, ADA needs to, yeah, it does look ahead of it, doesn't it? It needs to get on up here, doesn't it? It needs to kind of come up higher, break this top. So we have a 3 down, a 3 up, and then we get a 5 down, and then we go. So I like the plausibility of that count, guys. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good for that. Somebody wanted me to look at something. FTT, what is that? I don't know what FTT is, but I'll look at it. Is that a okay? It's a token. I'll look at XRP in just a second. Um, yeah. I mean that's the same count as ADA, pretty much. It's ADA count. So yeah, I'd say the count for this wave is one. Oh, not that. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and it's finished. There's the finished 5-wave structure. That looks like we had a triangle here, right here in the fourth. So we had a nice triangle there in the fourth. That's beautiful. So yeah, you got a pullback today. Yeah, this is looking cooked. It's looking down from here on the larger time frame. Down is the direction. Now we may have pullbacks, just like we're going to get in BCC. We may have upward moves in here, but ultimately on the 8-hour chart, down is the direction. Look at the bearish divergence you got. Yeah, you've broken structure already. You're retesting it. This is a short for me. In my book, FFT is a short. Hey, my pleasure there, Mike Washington. My pleasure. Let's look at XRP real quick to see if it's looking good for what we were talking about here. Yeah. Again, we're looking at this as 3 waves down. We're looking at this as 3 waves up. It really needs to get up here. Let's see. Let me clear my fibs and see where it needs to be getting. Yeah, we're looking for XRP to get on up here somewhere around 115 to 118, somewhere like that. That would be a decent target area. And then once that happens, I would expect another wave to the downside. So that would be A, B, and then C, something like that. That's at least the trade idea that we're looking at for BTC and for ETH and for ADA. See, all the charts are kind of looking the same, and so I got the same chart idea for all of them. So anyway, that's the best I've got for you guys. All right, it's been my pleasure to be here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the likes, guys. Just blow those likes up for me. Tell your friends about my channel, guys. Share the videos. If you've got trading friends or hodling friends, the information on this channel is priceless, guys. It's really changed my world. Ever since I learned Elliott Wave, it's really changed the way I look at the market. So would love for you guys to come join us. If you want to be part of the Discord, I've got a Patreon group there. Just look in the description. It's patreon.com/Jim of All Trades. Go there, read all about the different tiers and the things that you get, and really cheap subscription prices if you want to have two daily Discord videos, even when I'm not doing YouTube videos. With that said, hope you all have a great night and have a great evening. If you just got here, it was really good live. I've been on for about an hour and a half now, hour and 20 minutes, and lots of information there. So anyway, come on in. We'd love to have you. With that said, we'll talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.